Tonight I'm extremely proud to bring to you a brother who, to say he's talented would be an understatement. And I am extremely anxious to listen to his journey because it is so rich, it is so full. And when you get glimpses of it, it is quite enriching. This brother, William Stewart, some of you or many of you would know him from Third World, is a music technologist, programmer, music instructor, facilitator, and prolific musician and director. Creation of solutions in music starts with Stewart's exit of Third World in 1997. He left Jamaica for England, and after a period of time began studying with access to music, which is the Kennedy Center equivalent, where within 2 years he became a licensed educator and facilitator of music through school-based training and workshops with top clinicians and music educators. Stewart developed his own work, its own course. So I'll take a short break and we are back. I'm Selwyn Collins, your host of CWS Journeys. The gentleman next to me is Mr. William Stewart. William, good evening and welcome to CWS.
Thank you very much, Selwyn. It's a pleasure and honor to be on this wonderful and honorable show, sir.
William, I don't know if it's me, but I am not hearing you too clearly.
You're not hearing me too clearly.
Okay. Yeah, that's
I'll
much
talk
better.
up in the mic. Yeah, I'm honored to be on such a wonderful, extraordinary, and beautiful conversation with you, sir.
William, let's start with this. Why do you play music, and when did you realize and accept that you're good at what you do?
Well, let's put it this way. First of all, I'd like to say hello to all your wonderful listeners and wish them a good night and a prosperous new year. Playing music, I think that one, it's a journey that when I was 6, born in England, at 6 I decided that I'm going to play drums. So I made up my mind from then whether it was a spiritual thing for me or whether God chose me to do it. That was my life. I knew that from I was 6 that I'm going to take drums. That's why when I do workshops sometimes with kids all over, and some of them are 6, I tell them, look, I'm 6 years old, and they go crazy. You? How could you be that? I said, because at 6, at your age, I decided what I want to do in life. And it's like, I believe it's my God's calling, you know? So in doing that, I was never taught. I just start to play on pots and pans. Every minute you find your hands start moving and you're tapping. And to me, that's an indication where something spiritual is happening to you. It's like your calling is coming to you, it's reaching out to you in various ways.
If you were not playing music, if you were not playing the drums or various drums and so on, what do you think, what would you be doing as a career?
Well, let's put it this way. I would be a cricketer. Because prior to that in England, when I was 6, they were training me for MCC cricket. I mean, 1 over, I took 5 wickets.
Really?
I was a pace bowler. So I would definitely be in the hallmarks. Jamaica would be winning all of the games.
God. I think history and fate had a little fight, William. That is why you're playing drums today. But
That's right.
you keep mentioning England. Take us back into your childhood and tell us a bit about growing up in Jamaica when you migrated there at age 11.
Okay. You want to hear the England first or you want to hear Jamaica?
Well, give us the England first.
Right. Okay. Born in England to my parents. My mother was Evelyn. She was a Lee before. She was married before and she had 3 sons. We won't talk about it till you bring it up. But,
Right. Okay.
she had 3 sons and then she left, went to New York and then went to England. And then my father came to England. I was born a little before that. And one of my half-brothers came to England there. And, you know, we bonded and I grew up there. Growing up in England was very different those times because there wasn't a lot of black people.
Mm-hmm.
So it was a very different situation. You were looked on as being different. Your hair was coarse, curly hair, so everybody's always touching it. So in school, the girls would grab my hair and everything, and the teacher would beat me. You know what I mean? So it's a different kind of game there, you know. So growing up in school was different because my brother, myself, my family, and there was only one other person of color in that school, with maybe 400 people.
Mm-hmm.
So you quickly woken up to saying that, well, you're different, you know, and that but this should not change your attitude of being a human being. So I excelled in cricket. I happened to be, maybe God made me that way, that when I was 13, 14, I was when I was about 11, I was very much bigger than I should be, you know. So that helped me get through that. So I was playing cricket games, everything. So I was running all the sports. So I had a Persian teacher, and he says, I'm going to make you captain. The school never too liked the guys, and says, we don't want no black captain. And this Persian person, sports coach said, listen, you pick your team. So I picked my team, and we won everything.
Wow.
And then from that, the message came to me in life that whatever you do it well. Don't be afraid to do it.
Mm-hmm.
And whatever the adversities, just blossom over it.
And you carry that through life until today.
Till today.
Well, when you got to Jamaica, what stood out about Jamaica and Jamaicans that still resonates with you today?
Well, the beautiful weather, the warm people, but the music. When I arrived there and I hear the music, I was in a different place. My headspace, it was unbelievable. And then when I won't mention his name, but he was playing. He had a band, and was playing at the RJR. And when I heard that band, I said, this is what I am going to do. This is what I want to do.
Well,
And it marked it, that this is what I'm going to do.
well, you know, you mentioned music. I'm going to fast forward a little bit because I want to tap into what you just said. What is growing up in Jamaica and contributing to music in the way you did? What does that mean to you?
Well, growing up in Jamaica is a whole different thing because then you change foot now. So I have this English accent. I'm in school, and everybody's saying, where you get that weird accent from, you know? Well, you know, so you have to prove yourself again. So you get one lick in one place, then you get come back and say, hey, you're so polished. What is this? So you have to move around and go through. So in going to school in Jamaica, it was great because, I mean, I had great friends, and it just the freedom to express and create.
Uh-huh.
And every match I was playing on a box or table. I'm in school. I'm growing up there now. The teacher was talking. All I'm doing is playing. My hands are always on the desk. And in breaks, I'll be playing drums and dancing. And it was there. And then it made me form a band in school called the Visions. So we formed the band right then and there.
So
The headmaster never liked it because he was English, from England. His name was Mr. Donald Bogle. And he loved classical music. So when we said we're going to play pop music, he was very upset. He says, listen, gentlemen, it's either classical or no music will be allowed. So I thought of a great idea. I put my business hat on and I said, you know what, the library needs fixing up. So I said, if we can raise funds, play all the girls' schools, hear me play all the girls' schools, and we raise money, charge us small, then we can bring all the money and put towards the library. So I went back to headmaster and I said, sir, the library needs fixing. He says, yes. I said, so we could play out and do fundraising. He says, go on, keep on talking, Stewart. Let me hear what you have to say. I said, that money could come back for funds. Okay, well, I want you to be example. No late nights. Make sure you're not drinking out there or nothing like that. Be an ambassador for the school. And so we did. We started to play for Macdonald's, all the big people parties. And believe me, it brought money in, and that's what helped to build part of the library at Wilmers today.
Apart from that, did you like school? Were you a good student?
I was a wonderful student.
Mm-hmm.
I give jokes. Everybody loved me. Teachers loved me. I mean, I enjoyed being at school. Really.
And did you miss England when you first got there?
So again, I didn't hear that.
Did you miss England when you first arrived?
When I got there, I was so excited about the island and the water. There was so much things. Just the beautifulness of the Caribbean. Just to feel, it was like in England, I was in black and white. Mm-hmm. And when I came to the Caribbean, I saw color for the first time in the sense of textures of trees and the breeze and the coconut water and the food. It was just, it was a culture. It was good. It was beautiful. My mother told me about it, but when I saw it, man, I loved it. I didn't miss England at all.
So cricket, good student, having fun, telling jokes and so on. You started your band Vision, and you had this great sales pitch that the headmaster grabbed onto and allowed you guys to play your music. But tell us a little bit about Vision and
Well,
what inspired it really.
Vision started. I wanted to play, and I met, as we met different people. Philip Brady, who was part of he sang, and a guy called Richard Gray. Richard Gray played guitar.